Hey guys, this is Severick. I'm just making this video so that people know how to make their own library modules and how to switch or add their own descriptions that from the libraries that I've made. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download the libraries, obviously, put them in your modules folder. That's right here. Have all your modules, and that's where you're going to want to put those. You want to go to create new campaign, and I like to have a tagging structure for my templates. Basically, templates will be like, they're just campaigns I use strictly for exporting. I don't use them to play. It's just for exporting a module. You don't have to do it this way, but I just choose to, because I like to keep things organized. So if I'm wanting to add descriptions to the Edge of the Empire libraries, I'll just do this. Put this name structure, and I'll put Star Wars rule set, and thing doesn't really matter, and I'll create a new template with this naming. Now I'll show you two ways you can do it. One way is a little bit messier, but it's fine for a temporary fix, for a temporary solution. But if you're adding descriptions, I don't think they're going to want to have a temporary solution. Anyway, you'd go to libraries, modules, and you'd look for the modules that I have made. I've labeled them no des for no description. That way you can tell the difference between ones that has descriptions that you've made, like here, and the ones that don't have descriptions. So you'd load that up and click here, and you see all the things that I have added, all the skills, NPCs, etc. Now you can go to open up careers and have page numbers. You'd go to the PDFs or wherever, copy and paste them into here. Now the thing is, I'll use this as an example, but this isn't just the errata. You copy, if you're copying a description, say this is the description, and you're going like this, I like to press Control A, select all, then Control V. You'll notice these like line breaks are like, doesn't look really neat. If you want to get rid of those, you can press Control A and then Control J, and then that'll get rid of your line breaks, and then you can go and add another line and keep adding paragraph by paragraph, and that's how you'd enter all your data. So now you can do it that way, but you see that doesn't really do anything. It does change it. It might seem like it changes it temporarily. So go to careers, where is it? Let me open up all the libraries first. Careers. So you can see that it actually, yeah, it edited it. But the problem with this is, you can see these books. These are the open libraries that you have open. So they belong to not this campaign that you've made, but to an outside source. And you can edit outside sources that you've loaded. See, no description. And it'll have this little pencil icon there. That means it's been edited. So it no longer shows the number anymore. It shows the page number, it shows the description. Now you can do it this way, and there's not a problem with that. The only problem is that if you choose to create a new campaign, these changes will not follow it. So you'd have to do this, you'd have to repeat this over and over for each new campaign. And I don't think most people want to do that. If you ever didn't really mean to edit something, you can actually just right click it and click revert changes, and it'll go back to what it was before you changed it. So that being said, what you're going to want to do the other way, which I think is the best way, is you're going to want to go to open up this drop down here in a group, click the edit groups and the plus button, and now you essentially want to just copy this whole thing right here and paste it in here, but remove the no descriptions because these ones will have descriptions. So now now it'll be empty. Now since we just created this is created in the campaign that we've just made. You know, when we opened this up and made a new campaign, this goes in there. This one does not belong, but we want the information here. Now this doesn't really have a whole lot of information. It's really just the page number. So, but if you have something like items, see there's a lot of stats that I've already put in for you. The idea is you're going to want to copy, click and drag each line and make copies. So now you've made copies of each one of them, and you can see that they're no longer, these are not counted as being in the libraries that is opened. So these are now part of your campaign. So after you do that, you're going to want to click that drop down again, and you're going to want to drag all the ones you made copies of into your group you made. Now this will work like if you're whether you're creating your own stuff or whether you're doing just copying this for descriptions. You would just create new things for your own purposes. Now what I like to do is I like to go through and I'll add a description. Well, we'll take our example here. We'll just copy this, put it in there, Control A, Control J, say that's our description of the bounty hunter. When I'm done, I'll just get rid of the copy and lock it back up, and that way I know this one is done, it's complete, I don't need to touch it anymore. And so if I'm doing a lot of entries, like putting descriptions in, I'm going to want to not do them all in one day. I'll just have this to keep track of which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. And like I said, with this, it's the same thing. You do the same process, follow the same process when you're going to want to do items. You do items, you open your items, and now you have all this here. You just do the same thing, copy. Oops. Yeah, I don't want to edit that, so get rid of the no descriptions. Alright, so like I said, same thing, it's empty. Then you're going to want to go back into this. You can make it a little bigger. And see, it actually said all of them been edited because I accidentally erased the whole group name. But anyway, same process. Now, sometimes you won't get it just say copy. It's not a huge deal. If I can figure out where I left off, but I haven't really got down why it does it sometimes and doesn't do it others. But just know that sometimes it won't always say copy at the end, and do that with all of them. Just keep going, and then drag the ones that aren't attached to a library back to yours, and so on and so forth. Now, someone on the forums did say something about skills not working. Right now, I'll show you what skills look like. I'll do a skills right here just as a test. So, we got our skill astrogation. Select all, Control C, Control V, remove descriptions. Alright. So, make a copy, I'll just do 3 of them just in case, okay. And we'll go to core rulebook. So we got 3 of them in there. This will just be as a test, and I'll change it to That's just to know that it'll be different. It won't show up the same. And I'll just do the same for these. Alright, so once you've done all you want to do, you can just export it. Now you can do it by clicking this button right here, or you can type /export. Now, and press enter. Now what I like to do is in my templated campaigns, I like to start typing it. Different commands like save, export, and reload. And I like putting them down here because I can just click on the button and it'll actually do it for me. Like I said, you can click export here or here, don't matter. So you want to save the campaign, export. Now this is what you're going to do when you want to put it into a file that you can load up, like the descriptions that I have. So file name, that'll be the name that appears in your Internet Explorer. Like if you're looking through the folders, the folder structures in your Fantasy Grounds folder, this is what it'll show up as. So you can go Star Wars, well, yeah, that's right, Star Wars. Test. Now you're not going to want to put test in there. I'm just putting test in there so it is differentiated from the one I've made. But you can put whatever you want. Thumbnail. The thumbnail is this icon right here. I will upload the icons so you can actually just use them for your own. They're sized appropriately. Anyway, that's what will appear there. You can actually, if you have your own, you can do that. Works too. You can just click here and you can actually look for it. And then you got the name. Now this name is the name that goes right here. So you want Edge of the Empire. Now I already have one of mine that has no description, so this is what I would name it, but I'm going to put test at the end. And category, that's going to be core rulebooks. Now if I was to have my descriptions and no description libraries open at the same time and they had the same category, it would just throw it right underneath there. Sorry about that. And so, but if it was different, if it said something like supplements. No, I spelled it wrong. It would create a new banner and it would be red right here, and then it would stick this library underneath that. So it's a way to lump them all into one category, so just to keep things neat. And author name, I put my name for the libraries I made since I made them, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think there's any legal issues you're going to come across. Read only. Read only is for if this is a library that you as a GM only want to be seen, like for yourself, like bestiaries or adventure modules, you would click that. You can always switch it later, but by default it'll be only for the DM or GM's eyes only. Player modules the opposite, everyone can see it. So you'd be your core rule books and things like of that nature. So this is something you want everybody to see, so player module. Now these are all the things that you want to export. So we've done several of things. We've done, let's see, we've done careers, we've done some skills, and I think we did like a couple items here. So you can select them individually, or you can just select them all and it'll just get everything that you have in one go. And if it doesn't have it, it won't add it. And 99% of the time you want to do it this way, unless you're working with like author. You want to like leave out some story and add that's a whole nother video, but for now just know selecting all is the way you want to go. And after that you click export, and it should say module exported successfully. After that you can either reload or exit out and get back in. I just choose to go reload because it'll reload the campaign you're in. Actually, I probably should have gone into a campaign to test it out. It's reloading my template campaign. So actually, I'll just exit out here to the launcher. Now I'll go to load campaign. Now I've labeled play templates. You know, these are my oh shoot, these are my my games that I've played that are currently ongoing. I think I just clicked on a Pathfinder one. Yep. Yeah, this if you're expecting professional quality, you probably came to the wrong place. I kind of just had to throw this together really quick so I can get back to working on the Age of Rebellion libraries, which I am at the latter end of completing. I'm actually working on the vehicles right now, as there's a lot of new vehicles in that one from the Edge. So you should look for that coming. Say load campaign, and I'm going to load my Edge of the Galaxy campaign that I've been doing. Now, so you want to go to library. Oh, it's already loaded up. That's because I did a previous video and I had tested this out, and this is my second run of this video. So you load this up and you can see these are all the things that we worked on that it exported. You got careers, and so it shows bounty hunter, and there's our description. So it works just like the libraries we have that I've made. And yeah, now skills, you go astrogation. So if I've made an NPC or a PC, actually let's make a PC here real quick. Alright, so I go to skills. Now what was it? Astrogation. Let's look for astrogation. And there's your astrogation description. So if you're having problems with the astrogation description not showing up, let's go athletics. That shows up. Brawl. Yeah, where is it? Right there. Brawl. Now if you click on something that hasn't been done, you'll say unable to find correct record. Now make sure that you're spelling these correctly. So just as they are here, otherwise it will not register them linking back to this. But yeah, I do believe that's it, and if you have any questions you can leave them for me on the forums. If I need to remake this video to clarify things, I'll do that, but until then, thanks for all your support, and talk to you guys later.